good morning, or good morning, good any time of day it is for you when you're watching this video. So right now I'm gonna go over the quiz that you can take. I strongly suggest that you take this quiz before watching the video. That way you can attempt it on your own and really see where you're struggling. It just will make things a lot easier. I am gonna kind of go quickly through this video only because I don't want it to be a super long video. And I am making a video so you can pause it, rewind, go back, rewatch it, whatever you need to do, okay? So here we go. The first section of the quizzes is gonna start with horizontal and vertical lines. So remember, horizontal is left to right. Vertical is top to bottom. Horizontal lines are parallel to the x-axis, perpendicular to the y-axis, and they have a zero slope. They are y equals. Vertical lines are parallel to the y-axis, perpendicular to the x-axis, and have an undefined slope or undef. And those are x equals. These notes can be found on page 49 if you have your notebook. So let's get right into it. First question is a line passing through the point 4, 5 and parallel to the x-axis. What is the equation? So parallel to the x-axis would be a horizontal line because the x-axis runs left to right. So that means this is a y equals line. So we're gonna automatically put y equals, and when I'm looking at the points, I want the y value because it is a y equals line. So y equals 5. That would be my final answer. Number 3, a line passing through -7, 5 and is perpendicular to the x-axis. What statement is true about this line? So perpendicular to the x-axis, we've got our x, we've got our y. It is perpendicular to the x-axis, and it goes through the point -7, 5. And on your test, you'll have an extra sheet of paper, so you can feel free to draw out what you need, because sometimes it's easier to visualize. So automatically, I see this as a vertical line, which means it has to have a slope of undefined, undef. That means I'm gonna get rid of option A, option C, and I'm left with 2. So if I look at the point, it goes through -7, 5, undefined. It has to be an x value. So my x value is -7, -7. This 5 would be a y value, which would have to be y equals, and we are looking for an undefined. Go ahead and go to the next question. So which equation can be used for a line that is perpendicular to the red line graph, which is up here, and goes through the point 3, 8. So 3, 8 is about, and when I do this, I'm really just doing like estimations. So perpendicular would have to be this way, okay, because it's perpendicular to this line. So this is an undefined slope. That would be an x equals. Automatically, I'm gonna get rid of anything that says y equals. Okay, I look at the point, x, y, I'm looking for an x equals, so it would be 3. Okay, next section, we are going to create an equation. Remember, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, where m is our slope, b is our y-intercept, which is going to be 0 and a number. Point slope, we have our x1, y1, and m is our slope again. Remember that when I have to plug into this equation, I'm gonna do the opposite. So if it's -4, I'm gonna put a +4. If it's +8, it's -8, okay? Ax plus by equals c is standard form. We don't really deal with standard form unless we're gonna convert it. So when we go to convert, we are moving the x this way, using the opposite to the other side, and then we're gonna divide everything by whatever is connected to y. So number 6, what is the equation of a line that has a slope of -3, so an m of -3, and contains the point x, y? So automatically slope and a point, I am using point slope, which is y minus y1 equals m, x minus x1. So let me write that out. And let's go ahead and label x1, y1 so we know what goes where. I am putting down y minus, my equals, my parentheses, and x minus, because those things never change. We're just plugging in our other values. So y1 is -7. So that double negative, that is a +7. M is -3, that stays constant. And x1 is 2. So we're looking for the match to this one. So y plus 7. I see y plus 7, -3, x minus 2, x minus 2. So this is my answer right here. When you get to these problems, it's best to kind of ignore the answer choices, fill it out yourself, and then match. If you focus too much on the answer choices, it might be a little more difficult. You could also process of elimination and like go through, you know, the y value has to be first. This 2 is an x value, so it couldn't have been A or B. So it would have had to be between C and D. Okay, next one. What is the equation of a line that has a slope of 1/2, so m of 1/2, and goes through the point 8, 6, x1, y1? Hint, use point slope and then convert to y equals mx plus b. Also convert all answer choices. This is one of those questions that's gonna take a minute because we have to convert all 4 of these and also write out our equation and convert it. So this is one of those ones that I said it's gonna take you a minute. So let's go ahead and start with answer choice A. We're gonna go ahead and convert all of these first, and then I'll do the equation just so you can see. So right here, I'm gonna put answer choice A right here. So 1x plus 2y equals -12. Remember, first step, always move x. He's going over here with 12. Drop down this equal sign. When he jumps over, he's gotta be opposite. So -1x, hop over -1x. I write it off to the side because they're not like terms. They don't go together. I have plus 2y, -12 minus 1x. I am going to divide everything by 2. So y equals -12 divided by 2 is -6. -1 divided by 2 is -1/2 x. Okay, so that is answer choice A. Let's do answer choice B. And I may need some more paper. So -1x plus 2y equals 4. First step, always move x all the way over. Drop my equal sign. This is a -1x, so I'm gonna do plus 1x this time. Hop on over, plus 1x over here, because if I do something here, I have to do it there. Bring down plus 2y, bring down 4, bring down 1x. Last step, divide everything by 2. So y equals 4 divided by 2 is 2, 1 divided by 2 is 1/2, and x has to stay with it. Remember, you guys love to drop off that x. We don't want to do that. We want that there. I'm going to change colors just so you can see where everything is. So answer choice C is 1x plus 2y equals 8. Bring 1x over. Drop my equal sign. This is a positive, so -1x. Hop over, -1x. Bring down plus 2y. Bring down 8, -1x. And then what do? Divide everything by 2. So y equals 8 divided by 2 is 4. -1 divided by 2 is -1/2. x. Last one, answer choice D. And it's crazy because we haven't even solved the problem yet. Negative 1x plus 2y equals 6. First step, move x over. So plus 1x plus 1x. We got to drop that equal sign. Bring down plus 2y. Oops. Bring down 6 plus 1x. And then divide everything by 2, 2, 2. So y equals 6 divided by 2 is 3 plus 1/2 x. Whew. So now we have all 4 answer choices. I am going to use a sticky note to finish off this problem just so that we have it. So we have a slope of 1/2, 0.86. So I'm plugging into point slope. Remember, this is not something you have to memorize. It'll be given to you on the day of the test. So I have y1, so y minus 6 equals 1/2 x minus 8. Okay, this is the difficult part, converting it to slope-intercept form. So, because we want to find a match. Automatically though, if I look right here, I have a slope of positive 1/2. I can get rid of anything that's not a slope of positive 1/2. So remember, m is always next to x. So right here, I have negative 1/2 x, so it automatically cannot be this answer. And then right here, I also have negative 1/2 x. Can't be that answer either, okay? It has to be one of these two. So now, we're gonna distribute. Remember, that just means to multiply to anything in the parentheses. There is a 1 by this x. 1/2 times 1 is 1/2 x. 1/2 times negative 8 is negative 4. And that you can do in your calculator, or remember, if there's a 1 on top, you're just dividing. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Bring down equals, bring down y, bring down minus, and 6. What's left? This little guy wants to go home because y needs to be alone. And he goes to a like term, which is 4, because they don't have letters. So I am doing the opposite, which is plus 6, plus 6. Bring down y, bring down 1/2 x. Negative 4 plus 6 is plus 2. So y equals 1/2 plus 2. I need a 2 and I need a 1/2. This has a 3 and a 1/2, so that is out. So this one is my answer, answer choice B. Whew, that's a lot for one question. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. And we are still in the creating an equation thing. I'm gonna grab a calculator really quick. So here we go. There are several ways you can solve this. However, I'm gonna show you using the calculator with our linear regression function because it's the easiest method to use as far as retrieving m and b without having to do a lot of extra work, because this test can be time consuming. So we wanna make sure you utilize what you have. You can use this on the STAR test, so you can use it on your test. So first thing, are all my answer choices in mx plus b? Yes, yes, no, no, yes. So I'm gonna convert this to mx plus b. So bring this over, opposite, so plus 1x, plus 1x. Bring down plus 3y. 18 plus 1x. And remember, the reason we're bringing down the sign is because I don't want you guys to drop off the sign if it's a negative or a subtraction. So then we divide everything by 3, 3, 3. And I'm gonna kind of scooch over. So y equals 18 divided by 3 is 6. 1 divided by 3 is 1/3 with an x. which this and this one match. So that could be our answer, but let's just double check because we could have multiple. And it says select 2. So move 1x over plus 1x plus 1x. Bring down plus 3y. Bring down equals 7 plus 1x. Divide everything by 3, 3, 3. 3. Y equals 7 divided by 3 is 7 over 3. Doesn't simplify because 7's a prime. Plus 1 over 3x. Okay? So here we go. In our calculator, we are going to go to list and spreadsheets, which is that middle grid. If you are not on 1.1, you have to doc 1.3. No, you don't want to save anything. You got to clear it out or it's not going to do anything for you. I'm going to put in my point, -6, 4, first into the first row. -6, 4. Put in my second point, 3, 7, so 3, 7. I am going to go up to A and label it X. B, label it Y. X, Y. And then you have to be in C1. You can't be on the gray, you have to be on C1. Also, one thing that we've noticed in class, if you have a little cursor blinking, it's not gonna work for you. So we gotta just make sure we're there, okay? Once you get here, menu, 4, 1, 3. Use the arrows to get the drop down, put X, put Y, go all the way to OK, and we are looking for M and B. So remember this M, 0.33, that's one of those decimals you have to know. 0.33 is 1/3, so Y equals 1/3 X plus 6. Okay, so, and I said this and this one were the same, and they are definitely not. That's a -6, that's a +6. So right here, this one does match this one. So C is an answer choice, and 1/3 X, 6, that is an answer choice. If you can't convert 1/3, or you see 0.33 and you're just stressed out on the test and you're like, all I see is 1/3, go to the calculator by pressing the little calculator button, and you can approximate, but we're gonna do 1/3, Control Enter, and there you go. Okay, next one. These ones are all MX plus B, so I can go ahead and start, which is great. I'm gonna go to list and spreadsheets. I need to clear out because I don't want that old data getting in the way. So doc 1.3, nope. List and spreadsheets, 3, 4, because the point is 3, 4. -7, 5, because -7, 5. On A, I'm labeling it X. B is Y. I go to C1, menu, 4, 1, 3. Drop down X. Drop down Y. Press, oh, not cancel. Okay. So M and B, -0.1 X plus 4.3. And this is one of those tricky ones because they're all like similar values. So let's go to our calculator. -0.1 menu, 2, 2. And then enter, -1/10. So I want -1/10 X plus 4.3. Right. Oh, the answer is not here. Let me just double check. Yep, that was 4.3. So it should be this one and this one together. I will fix that on the actual quizzes, but yes, this is your answer. Okay, next one. Parallel equations. So remember, parallel are not friends. They never cross. Never touch. Why? Because they have the same slope. They're just like twins. So M is the same. Find M and match the M's. Equation, change ax plus by equals c for all answer choices as we've been doing. Plug in y1, x1, m, and solve for y equals mx plus b. Whew. These are those ones that take a long time. Okay, so here we go. First thing, which equation represents the line parallel to 7x plus y equals 12 and passes through the point -1 and -5? Let's go ahead and convert this so we can find our m. So move 7x over -7x minus 7x. Bring down y. I'm not going to bring down the plus because that's +1 and it doesn't change anything. 12 minus 7x. Okay, so my m is -7. So automatically anything that has an m that is not -7, boop, boop, cross that out. So it is one of these two, okay? So let's go ahead and x1, y1. I'm going to do it right here. Y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. So now I've got m, I've got x1, y1. Remember, once we have m, I do not care about the rest of this equation. I just care about that -7. So y minus -5 is going to be +5 equals m is -7. X minus -1 is going to be x plus 1. Okay, so we're like partially there, thank goodness. But now we're going to keep going. So right here, distribute. And I'm going to get another sticky note because I can already see myself running out of space because I write way too large. So y plus 5 equals -7x minus 7, okay? Y needs to be alone. Bring this guy over here, -5, minus 5. Boop, boop, boop. Bring down y, bring down -7x. -7 minus 5 is going to be -12. And this is my answer I'm looking for, which is right here, C. Whew. A lot of steps. But I promise you, if you do these steps, you will do great. A straight line is graphed using the equation y equals 4x plus 5. What is the slope of a parallel line? I am just looking for m. M is 4. They're parallel, so they have to be the same. So right here. 13, the equation -4x plus 5y equals 10 is graphed. What is the slope of a parallel line? So again, this one you got to put in a little more effort because you're going to have to convert. Equals 10. So -4x goes over. Doop, 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 drop equal sign. This is negative, so plus 4x, plus 4x. Bring down plus 5y, bring down 10, bring down plus 4x. What's left to divide everything by? 5, 5, 5. Y equals 10 divided by 5 is 2. 4 divided by 5 is 4 over 5 with an x. So I am looking for the slope, which is m next to x, which is 4 over 5. And I don't see that. I see -4 over 5 and -4. So this is going to be +4 over 5. We'll check that one. Next side, or next section, perpendicular. So remember, m is opposite reciprocal. That means we flip the fraction, flip the sign. Equation, find slope, x1, y1, plug into point slope, convert to slope-intercept form. Lots of steps. So right here, what is the equation of a line that is perpendicular to y equals -4x plus 7 and goes through the point -8, 3? This is a drop down. So you're gonna have to drop down and pick one of the answer choices. First thing I'm gonna do, if m is -4 for the original, I'm gonna flip. So put a 1 underneath, -1 over 4. Flip the sign, +1 over 4. So first one is +1 over 4. That goes here. And then next one, we have to find our y-intercept. So I've got x1, y1, y minus y1 equals m, x minus x1. Okay, so right here, y minus 3 equals positive 1/4, parentheses, x minus 8 is plus 8. We're gonna distribute here and here. Put a 1 in there. So 1/4 times 1 is 1/4 x. 1/4 times 8, there's a 1 on top, so I'm just dividing. 8 divided by 4 is 2. Bring down equals, bring down y, bring down minus 3. We want y by itself, so this guy's going over here. Plus 3, y equals 1/4 x. 2 plus 3 is 5. So my y-intercept is 5, which is not on here. So just plus 5. And again, I will fix these too before you actually take the quizzes. What is the slope of a line that is perpendicular to y equals 8x minus 2? So I just need m. Remember, I am flip again, so negative 1/8. Negative 1/8, right here. Okay, good job. And next section, I told you this test is a long one. So linear regression, this is where we use our calculator. I will try my best, but these numbers are very tiny. On your screen, you can actually click and enlarge it. So remember, list and spreadsheets, Doc 1-3 to clear out. That is something you have to memorize. If you ask me on your test, I cannot tell you. Input your data. Menu 413, correlation coefficient is R. When we're looking for an equation, we're looking for M and B. When we're looking for correlation coefficient, that is R. So here we go. And I'm gonna do these kind of quick because this video is getting kind of long. I wanna make sure we're good to go. So first thing, Doc 1-3, clear that out. Go back in. Oof, my X values are 55, 58, 64, 68, 70, 75, 80, 84. Yep. Oh, 340, 335, 410. My eyes don't work. 460, 450, 610, 735, 780. Okay, going back up to A and B, we're gonna put in X. We're gonna put in Y. We're gonna go to C1. And when we do that, menu 413, drop down, put X, drop down, put Y, go to OK. M is 16.4163, B is negative 621.826. So we're gonna round 2 after, because as you can see, none of the decimals go past the first or second. So right here, 16.42, which is right here. And then negative 621.83 is right here. Boop, boop. Good job. Okay, next one. We're gonna clear out, so Doc 1-3. No, don't save. List and spreadsheets. Remember this one, it says f of x, that's the same as y. It's still just an equation. We're not gonna get confused. We're not gonna let that throw us off. 4.0, 6.0, 8.0, sorry, I kept saying 9.0, 9.5, 12.5, 15.5. 15, 24, 32, 56, 49, 76, 90, 89. Go up to A and B, label X, label Y, go to C1. We're gonna do menu 413. Drop down, we've got X. Drop down, we've got Y. Go to OK. We are looking for M and B. So 6.45 and negative 0.1522. So 6.45 is right here and minus 0.15. So this is our answer. This is not, and these are not. Okay, this next one does not require a calculator. You're just looking at the correlation coefficient. So remember, correlation coefficients run on a number line. We've got -1, we've got 1, we've got negative 0.5, we've got 0.5, and we've got 0. Here is weak. This side is weak. This side is strong. This side is strong. This side is negative. And this side is positive. So these ones we're just placing on the number line and telling. So 0.87, that falls over here. So that would represent a strong and positive relationship, while a correlation coefficient of negative 0.08, which would be over here 0.08, not 0.80, 0.08 is very close to 0. Represents a relationship that is weak and negative, or yeah. I think it's too early for me. Okay, that is that. And this one, again, when it has the blanks, those are drop-down menus. On your actual test, it would also be a drop-down menu, so you just gotta make sure you're matching, okay? Let's go to the last section, yay! Okay, causation versus correlation. So a causation, remember, these are more reading questions. You gotta read it and you gotta think about it. Causation, one variable has a direct effect on another. Causation, it rains outside, the ground is wet. It's raining outside, I'm gonna get wet. Those are causations. Correlation, two variables being compared. How tall I am and my math grade. They're being compared, but they're not related at all. It's just two things that happen to happen, okay? So which relationship is an example of a causation, cause and effect? Someone punches you in the arm, you have pain in your arm. That will happen. If you do this, this will happen. Students who have low grades watch a lot of television. That's possible, but students who have high grades also probably watch a lot of television too. So that's not really a direct effect. The higher the temperature, the more shark attacks. Just because it's hot outside does not mean there's more sharks out. So not a direct effect. The more students in class, the higher the class average will be. Not necessarily the more students you have, it might be a lower class average. You don't really know. So the only one that's a direct effect is A. And last question, which two variables are related by causation? Grades and eating. Do grades affect eating? No, they do not. I mean, you may get a little stressed and eat, but that has nothing to do with anything. Money and shoes. Not a direct effect. Yeah, you probably want to buy a lot of shoes, which is going to make you less money, but it's not really an effect. Texting and phone battery, most definitely. The more you text, the quicker your phone battery is going to go out. The more you're on your phone, the quicker the battery is going to go out. Ice cream and weight, those have nothing to do with each other at all. Okay, so B. And that is it. If you did not have a calculator at home, that is perfectly okay. You can use, just type in correlation coefficient calculator on Google and it'll provide you one. There's one on Desmos, there's plenty. So you just have to Google that. Good luck with your test and I wish you the best. Have a good one.